Welcome to the ultimate analytical breakdown of this week's most compelling football fixtures. In the world of high-stakes football analysis, separating true value from public perception requires digging past generic table placement and focusing entirely on structural patterns, tactical motivations, and contrasting styles of play. Today, we are breaking down 5 massive matches spanning different environments across European football. Each of these games presents a unique tactical puzzle, a data-driven narrative, and a distinct trend pointing toward a highly specific outcome. If you are looking to elevate your understanding of the game and uncover exactly where the smart angles lie, you are in the perfect place. Let us get straight into the deep analysis. We start our journey in Ireland, looking at a classic rivalry match as Dundalk prepares to host Derry City. When analyzing this specific fixture, the numbers tell an incredibly consistent story of high-intensity, back-and-forth football. The home side has shown immense resilience on their own turf recently, managing to find the back of the net with regularity while simultaneously showcasing structural flaws that leave them exposed to top-tier attacking units. The visitors, meanwhile, enter this contest with an identical pattern of play on the road. They possess brilliant transition metrics, allowing them to carve open defenses, but they lack the defensive discipline needed to choke out games and keep clean sheets away from home. Looking at the extensive head-to-head history between these two sides, meetings in this environment routinely develop into open, expansive affairs where midfield control is bypassed in favor of direct, attacking threat. Because both setups prioritize vertical passing and aggressive wing play, a clean sheet for either side appears highly unlikely from an analytical standpoint. This points directly to the primary market angle of both teams to score. When looking to project a precise final scoreline, the historical trends and current tactical identities align beautifully. Both teams have the attacking tools to punish opposition mistakes, but neither possesses the defensive stability to fully dominate the 90 minutes. This tactical stalemate creates a script where punch is met with counterpunch, pointing directly toward a highly competitive and entertaining 2-2 draw. Remaining in Ireland, we turn our attention to a monumental clash between Shamrock Rovers and St. Patrick's. This fixture is a masterclass in tactical patience versus defensive organization. The hosts are traditionally the benchmark for possession-based football in this landscape, utilizing a system that aims to completely starve the opposition of the ball and slowly break down low blocks. However, breaking through is rarely easy against a side as defensively stubborn as the visitors. The visiting team builds their entire competitive identity on a disciplined, mid-to-low block structure, forcing opponents into low-probability wide areas and relying on physical dominance in the penalty box to clear danger. While the hosts will undoubtedly control the tempo and possession percentages, the visitors have proven time and time again that they possess the tactical maturity to weather long periods of pressure without breaking. This structural matchup heavily favors a tight, low-scoring encounter where space in the central channels will be practically non-existent. The hosts should find enough joy through their sustained pressure to avoid a defeat on their own patch, making the home win or draw double chance an incredibly secure statistical foundation. Yet, the visitors are expert executioners of the defensive game plan required to frustrate superior possession sides. This points to a tactical deadlock where a single clinical finish from each side balances the scales, leading directly to a calculated 1-1 final scoreline. Moving over to France, we analyze a fascinating matchup in Ligue 1 as Nice plays host to Saint-Étienne. This contest highlights the massive difference between elite home structural discipline and traveling instability. The home team has established their stadium as an absolute fortress, built entirely on the foundation of a highly organized, suffocating defensive unit that chokes out space in the middle third and transitions with clinical efficiency. On the other side, the visitors have struggled to replicate their energetic home performances when traveling on the road, frequently suffering from structural fragmentation when pressed intensely in their own half. The tactical blueprint for this match points toward the hosts establishing early physical and spatial dominance. They excel at sustaining pressure in the opposition half, which will likely force the visitors into a deeply reactive posture. Given the sheer defensive reliability of the home side alongside the traveling struggles of the visitors, the data strongly supports a primary market angle of a home win or draw double chance. However, the visitors do possess enough raw athletic pace on the counterattack to cause a brief moment of panic. The most probable outcome is one where the hosts control the narrative, absorb a minor setback, but ultimately utilize their superior technical depth to secure a tight victory, making a precise 2-1 scoreline the most logical conclusion. Next, we journey to Belarus for a highly competitive fixture between FC Minsk and Ilek. This match provides a perfect example of two teams whose current performance metrics heavily outperform their defensive structures. The hosts are an inherently proactive football team on their own territory, committing numbers forward early and using an aggressive press to disrupt the opponent's build-up play. While this high-energy style guarantees plenty of scoring opportunities, it creates massive spaces behind their midfield line during transitions. The visiting side is tailor-made to exploit exactly those types of spatial defects. They transition from defense to attack with immense vertical velocity, using direct passing to catch unorganized defensive lines completely off guard. Because both tactical philosophies are geared toward generating high-volume shooting opportunities rather than maintaining rigid defensive shapes, the goals market offers exceptional clarity. The analytical trends heavily favor the both teams to score market, as neither side has shown the capability to consistently record clean sheets against proactive opposition. When evaluating who holds the slight edge to tip the scales in such an open contest, the home side's efficiency in front of their own fans provides the deciding factor. Expect a high-tempo, box-to-box battle where the hosts ride the wave of their attacking momentum to claim all 3 points in a hard-fought 2-1 victory. Our final destination takes us to Norway for an absolute blockbuster encounter as Rosenborg plays host to the formidable Bodo/Glimt. This fixture represents the ultimate modern footballing test, pitting a historic club in transition against a ruthlessly efficient, modern tactical machine. The hosts always bring immense pride and an atmospheric advantage to their home games, attempting to play an aggressive, front-foot style. However, playing an open, expansive game against the visitors is often an act of tactical self-sabotage. The visiting side represents the gold standard of high-intensity, automated attacking patterns. Their structural shape allows them to create overloads across every zone of the pitch, moving the ball with a level of speed and precision that completely dismantles defensive lines. When looking at the tactical data, the visitors possess a vastly superior physical and technical profile, meaning the primary market angle centers firmly on a straight victory for the visiting team. The hosts will likely find a singular moment of joy through sheer determination and home support, breaking the visitors' backline once. But over the course of 90 minutes, the visitors' relentless attacking waves and superior depth will inevitably overwhelm the home defense. The analytical projection points directly to a dominant traveling performance, leading to a convincing 1-3 victory for the visitors. Deep football analysis reveals that success is never about guesswork, it is about understanding structural setups, tactical motivations, and spatial matchups across the pitch. Every single one of these 5 games tells a definitive story of tactical warfare, and reading those stories correctly is the true secret to masterclass evaluation. Keep your focus locked on how these managers adapt as the tactical chess matches unfold, and enjoy the beautiful game.